Growth is outperforming value, which is a little bit of a reversal from last week. This yield move continues to dominate with the 10-year at 126. What's driving it?
Yeah, that's right, Sarah. I think the market is not really moving much when you look at it on the surface, but underneath the surface, you're clearly noticing some of the divergence. I think what's driving it is we can't really make up our mind, whether it's individuals or as the market, which way is this going to break. Sometimes it's the optimism that dominates, and we say there's the vaccination rates that are so much higher, and we're going to be just fine with the Delta variant. But then what's really playing out and dominating today is that we're not yet seeing COVID cases peak just yet. And the hospitalizations and unfortunately mortality is still moving a little bit higher. So that's what's swinging out today. And unfortunately, Sarah, until we see the count of new COVID cases turn the other way, until we see that peak, I think we're going to continue to see this back and forth on the markets. Now, I do hope that we're going to see that throughout the course of August. So if I were to look through the other end of that, I would want to be maybe selling a little bit of software on the strength that we're seeing today and buying a little bit of those travel names that are weak today.
Catherine, clearly yields have pulled back today down to 126 again on the 10-year. Do you think that will be short-lived? Do you think that people who are relaxed over inflation fears should be a little bit more concerned?
It's hard to tell. They've sort of been all over the place. Thank you for having me, Wilf and Sarah. In a general sense, I think it's going to be in a trading range. I keep believing that what's really driving it is also what's going on in Europe. Remember, the 10-year German Bund is negative 50 basis points. I think that's going to be the main thing to watch. I don't see this 10-year in the U.S. going much higher than where it is now on that basis. I mean, the main thing
Goldman
I'm
Sachs
concerned
seeing
about.
a surge in...
Oh, go on.
Finish your thought, Catherine. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, I think the main thing I'm concerned about is producer price inflation. Okay, the PPI is up almost 8% on the year. This is the biggest move we've had in 20 years. There's a real question. Are companies going to be able to pass this along to their customers, or will they be able to absorb these changes? Obviously, CPI is also up 5%. So I think some of these issues are also important to keep an eye on.